Hello and welcome to the Super Professor Podcast, and you're listening to Clemons Kunkel, aka Super Professor, and I am here with Billy Badass Fletcher, MMA fighter. Billy, tell us about yourself.
Well, what do you want to know?
Oh, everything about you, dude, everything. So, tell it, how old are you? Why do you fight?
I'm 27. I fight because obviously I like it. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't do it. I probably wouldn't do anything I didn't like. Well, I can't say that's true because a lot of us work jobs we don't like to make a living.
That's true. That's true.
But,
well, not me. I work in construction. I love it. So.
Yeah, I've done construction most of my life. Now I'm transitioning to the personal training field so I can dedicate my life more to fitness and have more time and less wear and tear on my body so I could be more of an avid fighter and train harder.
So now you're just doing this because you enjoy it. You're not making any money right now, right?
Nope.
Or are you?
No.
I mean, no?
I mean, I've made very little money, like $150 for wearing a t-shirt for a sponsor, won some fight gear, blah, 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 etc.
Okay, but basically it's
no.
small amount.
If anything, it's
and you do
taken
it for fun.
money from me and it's caused me injuries, but I don't care. I look at myself as a gladiator.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at you. Your face is not tore up or anything else. Like
I don't get hit too much.
Yeah, well, I can see that. I did see two of your fights.
Yeah.
10 seconds and 15 seconds.
5 seconds and 14 seconds.
Oh yeah, you kicked their ass.
Yeah.
It was you knocked them out, and you didn't hesitate. You walked toward them as soon as the fight started. You were almost running. That's what impressed me. Why? Why do you start out like that?
That's my style. That's how I look at life in general. Got to grab the bull by the balls and squeeze hard.
Yeah, you definitely did that in those fights.
Even
that was
even if
short.
you look at the fights I've lost, I've always pushed forward. I could be completely hurt or mangled. I just have a button on my chin, and if you hit it, it registers to my brain to push forward. I don't back up. I'm in there to get down and dirty.
Yeah, well, I saw that in those fights. And how long have you been fighting?
I've been doing it on and off since I was around 17 years old. A lot of people in the MMA world came up as a wrestler. I was very interested in boxing at a young age. I remember, I was 13 years old watching Mike Tyson, and I always
He's a good fighter.
Oh yeah. I always really, really wanted to box. Starting at age 12, 13, I never got to because the closest boxing gym was around 37 miles away. But once I got my license and once I was around 17 years old, I drove the 37 miles every Monday and Wednesday.
Really?
Yep.
Now, were you fighting? Are you training when you went?
I trained, and I ended up competing in Golden Gloves matches. And from there, I kind of transitioned over to learning kickboxing and, into the MMA world.
Right.
What really got me into MMA is I started watching on TV. My father was a fan of it, actually, and I watched a few fights, and a couple of the fighters that really stick in my head coming up was Chuck the Iceman Liddell, obviously, and Little Evil Gents Pulver. And then I kind of got into Chris Lieben, and those particular fighters, they kind of have that brawling style like me. They push forward, and that was what really drew me in the sport. I didn't know about that sport when I started boxing, and once I seen it, I fell in love and I was hooked, and it was something that I always knew eventually I would do.
You've been doing it a while.
I didn't, like I said, I trained for a long time, did a few smoker fights. I didn't actually start cage fighting officially until 2015. I'm 27 now. I just turned 27 April 9th. So, this last month here. And I just knew I was getting older for the sport, and it was time to sure get off the pot.
So wait a minute. You went to cage fighting. What's it? Because I really don't do any fighting. So what's the difference between cage fighting and regular fighting? There's got to be a major difference.
You mean like a regular fight on the street?
No. Cage fighting, like you said, you went to cage fighting. So what is cage? I mean, I'm assuming there's a cage.
It's MMA. You fight in an octagon. Not all MMA fights are in a cage, for the most part now. But in the beginning of the sport, there was a lot of MMA fights in rings.
Okay.
And, now they've adopted the octagon as the main source of, that's what they fight in. Kind of like boxers fight in a ring, you're a cage fighter, you're an MMA fighter, you fight in a cage. MMA, mixed martial arts. So you're taking all your skills and you're putting them together, mix it up.
So judo, karate, jiu-jitsu, sabate,
Exactly.
anything, fist fighting, street fighting, anything goes.
Exactly. I mean, obviously there's rules. There's rules about eye gouging and biting, and amateur rules are a little different than pro rules. But essentially that is what you're doing. You're combining all the sports together and putting more than one skill set together.
How long does a match last? I mean, like when you're fighting, like between, okay, you start and then you quit. Like, nobody went down. Is there a time limit or no?
Yes,
stop?
I still fight amateur. So, it's 3-minute rounds.
Okay.
And once you go pro, it's 3 5-minute rounds. Obviously, there's some different general occasions, like in the state of Pennsylvania, for amateur, they fight 3 2-minute rounds. But for the general of the region, or the general nation, it's 3 3-minute rounds for amateurs and 3 5-minute rounds for pros.
Wow. And okay, now, are you starting to train people? Are you looking to be a trainer? Or, I mean, what is your total goal? What is the outcome you see yourself in 10 years?
I mean, obviously, I do it for the love of the sport because I like it. But for anyone, so clearly it's not about the money, but do I want to make money? Absolutely. If anyone says they don't want to make money, they're full of shit. Or they've just never made money,
Yeah, okay,
they got used to being broke.
Okay.
I have worked hard since I've been 14. I've done construction, I've worked from 40-hour weeks to 70-hour weeks. I've worked for 2-3 months straight before, with maybe a couple days off out of that time. And I feel like that kind of transfers over into the cage. It helps me put the work in. But the thing is, I can feel that it's, wear and tear on my body. So that combined with fighting is like extra wear on my body. So I'd rather get into teaching fighters because, for one, I enjoy it more. And two, I feel like that would be less strenuous on my body than construction. That will allow me to dedicate more time and be able to train harder for my cage fights.
Oh, okay. Now, if someone was going to start out today to being a fighter, what you have any clues or tell them, like a short learning curve, so they can say, hey, this is what you should do and this is what you should not do? You have any hints that you can teach anybody right now that you can think of? I know it's kind of on the spot.
What you should always do is try to win.
That's a good one.
What you should not do is lose. But anyways,
that's two good ones. And, everybody listening?
And probably drink less beer than I do. But, okay, but let me.
But are you having fun?
Let me be realistic here, though.
Okay.
What you should do is, first thing is, you gotta find, go to a gym, get in decent physical shape, and do some sparring, because there's people that are born to be fighters. There's people that can be made fighters because they have it, and there's people that just like the idea of being a fighter and they have no business in the sport.
So when you say someone's born to be a fighter, I mean, what do you mean by that? Because I've never heard that.
Okay, example. Let's take a gymnast.
Right.
By physical means, they're more flexible than most fighters. They're in amazing shape. They can do crazy flips that a lot of us can't do.
Right.
So physical-wise, you look at him like, oh, you can make this guy a fighter. But it's about if he's got it mentally, if he can take the grind of getting hit in the face, if he's got the heart of a lion.
That makes good sense. It's pain.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense right there. That's good. So you've been doing this for a few years,
yep.
And you're looking to branch out and train people. And you're looking out to train, but do you want to go professional? I mean, is that your goal?
Absolutely, I will.
Yeah?
It's not a goal, it will happen.
Right. So, what do you have to do? Like, is there... how often a week do you have to work out? Because I have no idea when you fight. Let's say hypothetically you fight today. When would be a next fight later on for someone? I mean, do they go the next week? Do the next month?
No, usually, I happen to fight like 4 times in 8 months, which normally you don't fight that much. It just kind of happened like that, and I was having fun, and I was enjoying the ride. And typically, like the stage I'm at right now, I'm in good shape. I haven't started my training camp. So I'm staying healthy. I'm exercising enough to stay in shape, but I'm still enjoying life. I'm eating some steaks and I'm drinking some beers. I'm not out getting ripped, but I'm, kind of eating what I want. Not necessarily full blown binge eating. I'm still eating healthy, but I'm enjoying myself. And then once I start my training camp, that's when I crack down, and you really just, put your head down and you go to work and you have a strict diet. You exercise more, you train, 5-6 times a week, sometimes
How
more.
long does that last?
Up till the fight. I mean, all depends on a guy's training
Could be a month, 2 months, 3 months?
Could be a month, could be 3 months. Typically, I like to do about a 6-week training camp.
Okay.
Because I never let myself fall out of shape. And I'll see guys, they'll do longer training camps. There's guys, they do 3-month training camps. But to me, doing that, it burns you out too much.
Okay, that makes sense.
I feel like since I never allow myself to get out of shape, that
you didn't fall out. That makes logical sense.
I never really fall out, But like I was saying, those little breaks, not just saying, oh, you just let yourself go, but kind of just sitting back and enjoying yourself. I feel like your mind really needs that. Sometimes you gotta, what I like to do is I like to travel. I call it soul searching. Just kind of put your mind at ease, do some soul searching, and just chill.
Nice. I mean, I don't think I've ever been hit in the face. I don't want to get hit in the face. How do you deal with that? I mean, like, what do you think of? I'm serious. Yeah. What do you think of when you're going into the ring? You might get hit. Like, do you? Like
I said, I got a button on my chin. What I honestly think about is this guy just blasted me in the face. I got to get this son of a bitch back.
That's pretty good. Ooh.
That's the truth.
That's good. I like that.
Two things register, and excuse my language here, but I'm going to put it as blunt as possible so you can simply understand it. There's two kind of fighters, and two things register in your head when you get hit really hard in the face. You get the fuck out, or you get the fuck in.
I love that. That's pretty serious. that makes sense. That's logical. That makes sense.
My brain, what registers is
get in.
The fuck in.
I like that. I really do.
That's the honest to God truth. But another thing what people don't realize is like that 5-second knockout, my amateur debut that we were talking about. People from the outside world, they just see, oh wow, this guy's an animal. He just knocked this guy out 5 seconds. What a beast, They don't see the month to 2 to 3 months of training that went into it, the blood, sweat, and tears, the perfect diet, the starving yourself from what you want to eat, or you're not going to the bar with your friends, or going to the bar with your friends and sitting there drinking cranberry juice. And
while they're having beer.
Right. People don't see that. They only see the execution.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
Execution is 10% of it. They don't see the other 90%.
Yeah, like, done is over with.
And that's pretty much the tail of the tape from my perspective of fighting.
Wow, that's great. I like it. So, now, is there anything you'd like to tell anybody out there that you think, if they want to get in, before we tie this up, is there anything you want to say?
I encourage them to get their feet wet. You're never going to know if you can swim if you don't jump in the pool.
Oh, that's excellent.
I encourage them to try it, and if it's not for them, it's not for them, I tried playing basketball. I wasn't very good, so I didn't play basketball, but I never would have known if I didn't try it.
Oh, that's true. That's true. It's very true.
You got to find your niche. And in general, whether you fight or not, I encourage everyone just to have some kind of general wellness with just training in some sort of way, just to be healthy and be somewhat fit.
Yeah, you don't have to fight to be fit. You just be fit.
Right.
That's great.
Like, I see a lot of people, they'll come in the gym, they just want to do some bag work or this or that, and you got some macho asshole fighters. Not that all fighters are like that. There's a lot of real humble fighters. It's a sport. I mean, you have assholes that play golf. There's assholes in the world. There's assholes in the world in general. But not to get off topic too much, what I'm getting at is, you might have those kind of guys that kind of judge this guy because he's not really in there to be a fighter, but he knows that. But there's nothing wrong. Everyone does things for a reason. And if that's what makes them feel good, if that guy just wants to come in and hit the bag a little bit because it makes him feel good and it keeps him healthy, I encourage him to do it. I think everybody should do that a little bit, and everybody should generally know how to defend themselves.
Oh, that's true.
For a real life situation, in case they are ever encountered outside of a competition.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100% on that one.
I never ever look for trouble, but you don't know when trouble's going to find you. Life's about
That's
time.
true.
Life's about timing, and sometimes you have bad. Sometimes you just have bad time, and it's inevitable.
Damn clock.
Yep.
Timing's wrong.
Yep. That clock, I tell you, it's always ticking.
It is. It is so true, Billy.
The clock, you're looking at the wall. Batteries might go dead, and it stops ticking. But metaphor-wise, it's still ticking.
I like it. All right, so we just got off with Billy Badass, and hope you check him out. And now, do you have a fight coming up anytime soon, or
that's in the works? I'm not going to release that yet.
Yeah, okay,
We'll be fighting, absolutely. Getting some things set up right now. Life's starting to go better for me career-wise, and obviously, you got to make money in life.
Yeah.
And things are starting to go pretty good for me. I'm just kind of transition careers, and I just started training again. Been really working on my jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I used to not like grappling because I wasn't great at it, and then I said,
gotta learn
maybe
it.
I should start doing stuff that I'm not great at, and now I'm starting to get pretty damn good at it, and I'm enjoying bending a guy's arm just as much as punching him in the face. So,
that's great. All right.
I'm definitely come up in the game, and I'm pretty well rounded. Before I was just kind of a knockout artist, and I would consider myself a full blown mixed martial artist at this point.
Excellent. Well, I saw you fight, and that was unbelievable. I was like, wow, I was impressed.
Well, thank you, appreciate that.
I was impressed.
Hey, I always like to put on the show.
I'm like, damn, that was a short fight.
Like I said, you're a gladiator. You're in it for yourself, and you're in it to put on a show.
Yeah, we like being entertained.
People pay for those tickets, and I know what it's like to use your hard-earned money. So I like to put on a show for people.
Great, excellent. All right, so this is the end, and thank you, Billy, and please come again.
Adios.
Adios.